Okay, so let's take a look at the gradebook tracker. So here, first thing would be to check the database. Currently I'm starting from scratch, so it is empty. So I'll be renaming the database before creating table. So as you can see, this is my default one, so I'll be ignoring this one. So first thing, rename the database to mydb. Then there is table. So create new table, should start empty. Right now we have a bunch of columns to worry about here. Right, so we will start with column name, student id, and this should be the key id. So I will just start with number. Right, save this. Now I will just move this as column label. Right, then I will just get rid of the previous one. Right, and move this to the left. If you have any other column that you don't want, you can always delete. So this is first id, then it should be the student name. Right, here we will keep it as text. Then we can also give subject, but considering usually the grade books are tracked by specific topics teacher, so we'll be keeping grade. Then we will have it within percent or so, right? Or you can have it as text as is, right? So be it number and text both acceptable. Right, so id, then name, and then grade. Right, if you want to add a GPA, which won't be required, you can also add that within the text here as well. Right, if you have any other notes for that student, you can always keep one such column. Right, so all these columns you can see id, name, grade, GPA, notes here. Right, I will also rename the table as grade book. Right, if you have any description, you can, let's say, chemistry teacher grade book, just to keep a log. So save that. Once everything is saved, you will find that appears something like this. Now if you go back to dashboard, click create app from existing data. Now here I'll be adding grade book, then here education as category, choose your data. Now here you will be making use of Appsheet database which we just created. Then choose the database, then the table. So it's only one, I will uncheck the another. Click create app. Now this should go and create view for that particular app based on the table that we created. Right, now it should show up here, which would be empty view, because currently we don't have any data, so everything should appear blank. Now we'll try and change the view to table. Can also sort or group by, or can also sort by student id ascending. Right, so what we will do is we can save this, and then we can open in one of the available desktop view. Here we can click add button, and then let's say student id is 1, the name is, now let's give it a grade of B, then GPA 6. We'll just save this. Right, this was first. Well, let's add another one. Then grade is, let's say again C or something. GPA is also low, and then we will save this. Right, so this is one of the view. Right, if I want to change that to, let's say, tablet mode, it should appear like this. You can always view it. You can also view it in tab. So let's take a look at that. You see, even tablet mode should appear like this. Clicking on one of the rows as well, you can also see the progress. Considering we have sorted one of these columns based on student ID, you can always ascending and descending by clicking on those columns, right? So this should give you an idea how this whole table works, right? There is also database where you can see how our entries are being added. Sometimes it remains empty considering we didn't add any previous data, right? So if you populate with previous data, it will always show some space and then new data will be entered, right? So we managed to create this student gradebook in Google Appsheet.